The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
April 8th, the terrific Thursday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more important than that, and that's this, during this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, you can always give me a call. You always give me a call. You can always send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Of course, you can always give me a call. But if you can't call in, well, then you might have to go the email route. So steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question, of course, in our Tiger's Den. Well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on terrific Thirsty Thursday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Most of the indices trading the upside. The only one off right now is the trannies down 10 points. The S&P is up 14. The Dow is up 2 points. NASDAQ 123, that's 0.9% to the upside. New York Stock Exchange trading higher. Wilshire up higher. VIX is down about 4 pennies. Gold's up 16 bucks. Silver's up 31 cents. Light sweet crude back 35 pennies. Trading out at 59.43. Leading the charge dollar-wise the upside, we've got Shopify 60 bucks, 5%. Mercado Libre 45, 3%. MicroStrategy 42, 6.5%. Amazon 38, a little over 1%. To the downside, U-Time down 29, 35%. Constellation Brands, STZ off 8, 9 bucks, down about 4%. Regeneron Pharmaceuticals off 5 for 1%. Lending Tree down 5, about 2%. Of course, I want to look at what you want to look at. There are a couple of requests in here. Let's go to the request line first. The request line, the first one coming in from Dave W. Dave W. Dancer Dave. I got to like that. I like that. He's got the old soft shoe. So does Stevie's son here. Really enjoy the show. Well, that's great. Thanks. I really enjoy the fact that you actually enjoy listening to the show. You were looking to enter RVP. That is retractable tech for a swing trade. Can we take a look at it? So that's what we've got up on our charts out here. We've got retractable technologies. And what we can see here, Dave, is that price is trading below the bottom of its daily profile, has for the last 4 or 5 days. Right now, below the bottom of its weekly profile, that's suggesting lower price. And when we say lower price, we just look at this set of charts out here, and we just use our profile levels. That would suggest that this could actually pull back to the $6.88 level. And you're at 11.11 right now. Now, if you and I were in Vegas, we would go ahead and play the 11.11. Just for the, blanks and giggles out there. But when it comes to trading, we're not interested in Vegas out here. So let's go see if there's any other patterns. So you look at what we're looking for is to see is there, well, first, let's just use a simple technique out here. What's price doing the last couple of days as it takes on the March 5th swing point that had 1 million shares? Now, the low there is 1072. We're trading at 11.11. So that level was tested yesterday, closed below it. But it was with 429,000 shares versus 1 million shares. So if this can close back above 1072 and you're a risk taker out there, that would be then I can understand that because you've got a failure of a swing point on lighter volume out there. But does that mean that it's going to form a bottom? Let's go see if there's anything else out here that we can help Dave out with. And if we look at the daily chart, the white background chart, do we have any kind of signal? The other signal we would have out here is prices pulled back to its breakout level. That's at 1090. So we know now price closed below it yesterday, but that appears to be a false breakout. So here's what I would do if you're looking for a swing trade. You can see how the oscillator and change line, which is red, is held as resistance. And if price can close above that, you certainly have resistance above that level too. 1249, 1343, 1406. Those are your profile levels. But first it's got to close above Stevie's red line in order to even suggest that there might be some type of move higher. Otherwise, if it does close below 1090, you're looking at 771. That's coming to us from the daily chart. Is there a bottom pattern out here? There is none. So the only pattern that we're able to take a look at is a test of a swing point on lighter volume. Is that good enough? Probably not good enough with price trading below the bottom of its weekly profile out there. At least that just says, hey, you got to be more cautious. Now, the monthly says, hey, what are you guys talking about? What are you talking about going lower? All I've done is pull back after forming wave number 7 and tested your green line on the monthly basis. So we got a little bit of a diverging message out here. Is this good enough to go ahead and take the trade? I don't know. I'm going to just simply present what the different time frame charts are suggesting to us, and you can see it as a possibility, but let's go look at a short-term time frame. Right, if this thing is going to turn, well, here you've got wave number 7. You got a Rhodes momentum indicator signal. Now that's on a 15-minute basis out here, but nothing in this just still not enough for Stevie to say, hey, Dave, go ahead and step into it. Perfect, we got it. We got the 30-minute time frame chart, and you can see 1133 as a TD9 breakdown level. If price can close above that, then Dave, you can go ahead and take that trade. Remember, no bottoming signal on the daily time frame other than a test of a swing point on lighter volume out there, but at least you would have one level of important resistance fail out here, and that is that 1133 area. And if that doesn't happen, well, the good news is you're probably going to be able to pick this up at a lower price out here. A number of wave number 7s, but right now you're just simply going to wait on a 30-minute basis, at least for that first signal, which will be closed above 1133. So, Dave, thanks for writing in. Hope that helps you out. In Palm Beach, this is before COVID. Wish they would start it. Well, actually, it was even before pre because they had changed it up. But there used to be there still is a hotel up in Palm Beach called the Colony Hotel out there. Old Florida hotel, wonderful, old Florida wallpaper, lime green, the whole kit and caboodle out there. But a great place. But on Friday nights, they used to have Motown nights up there. A great band. And just a lot of dancing, a lot of fun. Used to go there right after drinking a big bottle of sake and some sushi and some sashimi over at the Moto. And I wish those days were back. There is no place to go dancing other than, going to a dance studio out there. In any event, nobody wanted to hear about dancing, but it was Dancer Dave that wrote in. So how could I resist? Couldn't. Let's go to the next question out here. This one coming from HD, and HD wants to take a look at, you've got some VISL. Let's go see what VISL is out here and how it's trading. And you've had it for a few weeks. You thought it was going higher, but maybe you're wrong. What do the indicators tell? So right now, price is consolidating with inside its daily profile. If you take a look at the current daily profile formed this week out here, supports between 299 and 308. It's a bullish structured profile. Resistance at 352. Now, notice how this profile formed inside the prior profile. You've got a real consolidation going on here at this stage. So a consolidation doesn't mean that it won't go higher. I don't know. Well, I guess you did tell me where you're in at. We come back to this break. Let me look at this on my other charts as well during the break, and the HD will come back to VISL. That's VisLink Technology, Inc. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live, and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. VisiLink Technologies, VISL, that's what we're taking a look at for HD. And, HD, because of that new bullish structured profile, that has been triggered. I wouldn't close out the position unless you see a close below 299. Now, normally I'd say 2 consecutive closes below 299. I'll still say 2 consecutive closes below 299, but the first close below that could be spelling trouble. Now, the reason why I say it could be spelling trouble, and Stevie'd be willing to violate the 2-day rule out here, is because of today's test. See how the oscillator and change line turned from red to green? It did that basically yesterday and today. And today has been a test and rejection. Now, look, as the session comes to a close, if price closes above 324, well, then that would be a bullish message. But right now, the message is bearish. But it's bearish, but how bearish can it be? Because we know we're trading at strong support, that 299, 307. So this is where the buyers are lined up. So this is where this instrument, or the buyers, will prove to you whether they have any energy or not. And if they don't, where's price headed back to? That's a great question out here. It could be $1.68. Look, even on the weekly time frame chart, you see how price ran up. It looks like you've got a TD9 count bottom here. Price runs up, runs right into resistance at the TD9 breakdown level of 445, but it's also pushed right back into a green oscillator and change line. So the weekly is, somewhat bullish. And so this would be a reason to stick with the trade. That weekly oscillator and change line is at 299 as well. So that 299 is really a key level for you. So that's the best that I've got, HD, and I hope that helps you out. As always, thanks so much for writing in. Let me see if we've got any other questions here. And the answer is no, I don't see anything else. So phone lines are open, 877-927-6648. Email lines are open as well, Steve at TFNN.com. Simply put radio show question in the subject heading, if you'd be so kind. Let's take a look at the New York Stock Exchange, see what it's doing out here. Where is that advanced decline oscillator? Well, it's not near the overbought reading. That would be a plus 150. You're just at 77.61. So buyers are in control of the market here. Okay, just was checking in. Let's go check on Goldilocks, see what's going on there. If we take a look at gold here, take a look at gold priced in all the major currencies. What do we see? Gold's at a higher high in terms of price, in terms of U.S. dollars. That's over the last couple of days. It's at a higher high in terms of euros, a higher high in terms of yen, a higher high in terms of pounds. In other words, every person trading gold in these currencies out here is bullish. They're at least seeing price continue to move higher. Now, that's what every bullish market needs. It needs to see the instrument going higher in all of the major currencies. So that's what we have going on now for gold. Now, gold, for the most part, was in a consolidation pattern. And let me see where we're going to do that at. Let's do that here. So here's the gold chart. You're looking at the we're not looking at that. We're looking at the June contract. So let me do this here. Let me expand this out. And let's do the following. So let's go ahead and put our consolidation in here. This way we can come up with a measured move, a price target, because there's no A to B equals CD pattern out here. So that's why we're going to go with the pattern that was in play. So you can clearly see the bottom of that consolidation about right there. And the top of that consolidation, we're going to put it really about here. They're going to do the conservative. So at this stage here, we've got a breakout of a consolidation. Folks, that provides us with a measured move that should be equal to or greater than the consolidation. So that sets up a price target of 1820 out here. Now, what we can also see on the June contract shows resistance at the top of its weekly profile, which is 1778. So that really becomes the target. But is that really the top of the weekly profile? Well, it is for June, but you have to recall June just rolled over recently. And so the question is, does Stevie have some better information? Well, that's what we're going to go find out. We're going to find out by coming over to this tab. On this tab here, what you're going to see is you're going to see a different symbol. This is Stevie's synthetic version of the contract, but really helpful at a time like this. What do you mean at a time like this? I mean when we have rollover. And what's really important is the way that these are stitched together. They provide us with better, in my opinion, better TAS market profiles. And if you take a look at the weekly here, what you can see is you've got a Gartley buy pattern on a weekly basis. That was confirmed with last week's hammer candle. That was occurring as price was testing the bullish structured profile of from its weekly time frame. Very similar to what HD and I were just looking at with regard to his instrument, and the reason to say, hey, stay until you see it close below the bottom of that bullish structured profile. You know this is where the buyers, I mean, this is such an unfair competitive advantage that you and I have here. That's okay. We'll take it. So what the weekly chart here is suggesting to you and I is gold wants to make its way up. Since it's cleared the center of that profile, wants to make its way up to 1880 over time. And we're getting that signal. We take a look at hopefully gold closes above the descending trend line to further that signal. Prices trading above a quarterly profile. That formed this quarter out here, so that's a beautiful thing. So Goldilocks looks like it wants to continue to move higher. If we look at silver, get a feel for where silver is going. We'll do the same thing out here. We'll use Stevie's 4-panel synthetic version of the charts out here. And this would suggest that silver wants to make a run. See how that also has a weekly bullish structured profile out there. And that says price wants to run to where those sellers are. If I ask you right now, where are the sellers on a weekly basis, you're going to come back to me and say, well, that's pretty simple, Steve-O. They're at $30.21. This is our field of play. Whether this field of play is football or baseball or hockey or however we want to go ahead and use metaphors out here, what we want to understand is where's the defense? Where's the offense, right? We're just trying to understand what's going on with regard to the team out here, and this is how we use these profiles and patterns in order to be able to help us do just that. If we take a look at light sweet crude, just consolidating sideways out here, we take a look at that through the same lens, our 4 panels, in the upper left-hand chart, you're going to see that the light sweet crude, truly in a consolidation, because its brand new profile formed with inside the prior profile out there. So light sweet crude probably doesn't have a lot going on over the next several days out here. It already for 2 weeks has been trading sideways after forming a nice Rhodes momentum indicator or TD9 top. I can't remember which, but nonetheless, price right now just trading sideways. Its level of support is $58.56. Its level of resistance, or where the sellers are at, is $61.34. Just going back, since I have this chart open, just quickly go take a look at gold again. Want to look at, so no, and this is also right now today, possibly gold. The price of gold is taking out its TD9 count top. That's a positive. That's high of 1756. 5-hour time frame chart. What do we have out here for gold? Nothing that shows any kind of a top for that time frame. 240. Nothing that shows any kind of a top. The 120. It's got wave number 7. You're going to be potentially getting bar number 8 by 2, bar number 9 by 4. So there's a potential on this time frame to form a topping signal. We don't have anything on the 60-minute, and you've got a TD9 count. Perfect. On the 30-minute time frame chart out here. So this is very easy. This tells you that if price closes on a 30-minute basis above 1759.40, strong momentum move for the 30-minute time frame, and that would suggest higher price. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. Would love to hear from you. Give us a call at 877-927-6648. You can always email me, Steve at TFNN.com.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find a newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den trading room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. That Dow's up 11, S&P 14, NASDAQ 100, 120 points out there. This is the next question, the only question that we've got in the queue right now from Jim. And Jim wants to go take a look at that ticker symbol, MJ. That is Alternative Harvest. So that means that this segment here is sponsored by the Doobie Brothers. So Jim wants to take a long trade in this. So if we take a look at what's going on right now, we can see that price is consolidating with inside its bearish structured daily profile. So Jim, this tells you that buyers are at 21.85. Your trade right now at 22.24. The low today, 21.78. Sellers, they reside between 23.34 and 24.23. I don't know whether or not you'll be able to get through that level, but that is where your resistance zone is at. Now, we looked at CGC yesterday. The chart looked similar, although I believe that price was trading below, just for the heck of it, below the bottom of the profile, but the chart looked very similar, yeah. And so this is suggesting that it wants lower price. Now, I don't know what percentage CGC is of the alternative harvest MJ out there. It'd really have to go do that to do a thorough analysis out here, but CGC is suggesting lower price, maybe want to get down to the 27.29 level. But back to your question, Jim, which was on MJ, alternative harvest. I don't have any kind of bottoming signal. Just right now, here's the positive. Brand new profile that forms. Now, when I say brand new, I mean the most recent profile, which formed maybe about 5, 6, 7 trading sessions ago, did form above the prior profile. So that is a little bit of a bullish twist to it. And so I can see if you really want to jump in, taking a trade, and your stop has to be a close below 21.85 out there, or your entry price could be about 21.85. Whether you can get above 23.34 or 24.23, that I don't know. If we pull my white background charts out here, what we're going to see is, well, on the daily time frame, no bottoming signal at all. Nothing more than what you and I have already talked about. So no pattern, no A to B equals CD, no Chapman Wave 7, no TD9, no nothing, not a zip, zilch. Doesn't mean that it can't bottom. It just means that patterns that I look for are not present. If we look at the weekly time frame, well, shoot, the weekly time frame says, hey, Jim, hold your horses here. I'm trading below the weekly oscillator and change line. That level is 22.63. You're trading at 22.24. Of course, 2 consecutive closes below this are going to suggest a move back to 18.44 or 16.43 out there. So the weekly says, hold your horses. If we go take a look at the monthly time frame chart, not going to help us out. Short term, start with that 195-minute, nothing here. 130-minute, what do we have? We got nothing here either. I'm struggling to be able to give you a technical reason other than the ones that we've discussed out here, which is really kind of represented by the 65-minute chart. You can see just a couple of slightly higher lows out here. So that's your positive. But really, every time it tries to move higher, it runs into resistance. You can see that. There's a TD9 count level out there. And on the 30-minute chart, you've got a Rhodes momentum indicator signal, so we can understand the bounce over the last couple of hours out here. But there's nothing. You'd have to see it close above 22.68. You're 22.25 right now to suggest that, okay, you're on the right side of the trade, meaning that this thing is headed higher. So I hope that helps you out. And just in summary, the only signal for you to enter would be the mere fact, too, really, that you've got a bullish structure. I'm sorry, you don't have a bullish structure. You have at a bottom of a profile that held. That's where support is. This profile is above the prior profile just slightly, and that would be the only reason to go ahead and take that trade. So I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for writing in. And that's funny. I don't know. You don't think my emails are tracked or anything? So I get Jim writes in asking about a pot stock. The very next email is pot profiteer, a new 5G, who knows what. But, geez Louise out there. I hate the NSA. They hate me. Anyways, let's go take a look at Hector and the fuel injectors. And Hector wants to take a look at, we get a signal from Chevron of a bottom by the middle of next week. So Chevron, the ticker symbol there is CVX. So let's go find out what Hector is looking for. So as we put up on our black background charts, Chevron Corp, we can see that price is trading down into support. 101.81. So 101.81 is a support level. The last time price was down here, it did volume of about 14.7 million. Today you're at 4.5, so you're pulling back with light volume. Is that the sign of a bottom? I know we're going to go look at my other charts out there and see what else we see. If price did close below 101.81, you're looking at 98.63 to 95.90. So let's go take a look at it. And the question is there an A to B equals CD to the downside? Certainly not with regard to volume just yet, but that pattern could set up over time. Now, with the fact that light sweet crude is trading sideways, so too we can see that same pattern inside of Chevron out there. And there's that new profile that formed inside of light sweet crude. So that says the consolidation is likely going to continue. So to the extent you're going to buy this based upon that pattern, then your entry point would be about 101.81. Am I recommending that? No, I'm just giving you what we really take a look at out here. But you can see now on the daily time frame, the TD9 breakout level is 103.13, and price is below that. It's been below that. Really, there were 2 sessions it was below about a week and a half ago or so. Nonetheless, when you're trading below a breakout area, it says you want lower price. Today's going to be bar number 6 of a TD9 count. That says if there is a bottom signal, as you're pointing out, perhaps it could take place next week, but we really won't know until, and these bars here have been pretty narrow, so this TD9 count could easily vanish, easily. I'm not saying that it's going to, but yeah, let's come back to this next week. I don't see anything here today, not at least on the charts. The weekly time frame will says, well, if you're really going to buy me, do it at about 100.73. That's the oscillator and change line on a weekly basis. Short-term wise, yeah, we got nothing here. So your question really is, hey, what do you think about Chevron next week? I'm going to answer that next week. But when I think about it today on Thursday, not so much, at least not just yet. Hector, always good to hear from you. Thanks so much. Hello to Patty as well. And let's go. Can you believe this? Then the next question, the next email above Hector's is cannabis oil or something like that. God, you think our emails are safe, folks? Not a chance. Not a chance out here. In any event, let's go to Robert in Kansas. Robert, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Steve. Thanks for taking my call.
My pleasure as always. And you're interested in taking a look at the China Trust Large Cap ETF, otherwise known as FXI. So tell us what you're doing here, how I can help you.
I have been watching it for the last few weeks, and it looks to me like we're basically has formed a bottom, and I wanted to get your thoughts. I know sometimes your tools don't necessarily identify that if somebody else is using moving averages or something else, but I just wanted to see what the patterns are telling you and what do the profiles say.
Sure. So let's take the problem with this is I don't know what's inside this instrument or what index it tries to track. I think it's the Shanghai. I can't be certain of that. Do you know? Is it the Shanghai? I don't think it's the Hang Seng would be Hong Kong, so I don't think that. So that's not this. I don't know what it tracks as far as an indice. But when we come back to this break, I hear the music and thank you, Robert. We'll go pick apart FXI. I'll see if I can do any research and figure out what index, if any, this tracks. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be back in just a moment.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD, Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3x bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So we're on the line with Robert from Kansas. And so, Robert, what I have on my screen right now are the iShares China Large Cap ETF, the FXI, which you're calling about. And what we can see here is that the top basically 6 instruments make up about 50%. There's 51 instruments inside of this ETF. The top weighted right now is, and this is as of yesterday, Alibaba, 9%, Tencent Holdings, about 9%. Meituan or something like that, about 9%. China Construction Bancorp, about 6%. JD.com, 5%. Ping Insurance Group, 4%. Wuxi Biologics, 4%. Now, some of these trade here in the U.S., these individual stocks. I don't know about all of them. But what I would do is, what's your interest in wanting to take a look at FXI versus maybe some of the individual holdings here that make up the weighting and maybe make it a little bit easier for you to trade? Because, when you're trading FXI here, you've got to deal with the currency conversion too. That's why you see all of these different gaps on a daily basis. So gaps on this chart absolutely mean zip, nada, zilch. So I pose that question back to you. Is there a reason to want to be fully invested in the China Large Cap 50 versus maybe taking a look at some of the higher weighted stocks that make this up?
My tendency is I prefer not to buy individual stocks. I prefer to buy an ETF that has it's a little more balanced.
Okay. I tried. Yeah, let's take a look at FXI. I gave it a shot. So,
sorry.
Look, if it's just that you want to be able to manage the trade here, and so I understand the idea of maybe lighter exposure, but you could also do that by reducing your position size in it. But let me just answer your questions with regard to FXI. If I just take a look at the daily time frame chart out here, and you were to ask me, do I see some kind of bottoming pattern out here? I probably can draw in an A to B equals CD to the downside. That looks like it might have completed and was confirmed back on March 26. Now, I would say it was confirmed on March 26 because there was a rising window, a gap to the upside. But I just said to you and shared with you, these gaps mean nothing. So really, I don't have a bottoming signal, right? Because I can't use gaps. I don't have a bullish reversal candle or anything. So then I've got to go to the next best thing. And the next best thing would be, where is price trading relationship to its support or resistance levels? Well, here's the positive. Today, price is up above the resistance of its daily profile. That's at about 46.51. It's up above the top of its oscillator and change line. It's 46.67. If you're to ask me where's the next level of resistance, that's at 48.64. If price closes above 48.64, you'd have an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside, and you'd have a change in trend signal out there. So what is it that you're looking for? Because you say you've been watching it. What are you specifically maybe looking for in order to enter a trade here?
Well, like you said, it bounces around a bit, and I was just wanted to get a different set of lenses on it, because you use a different set of tools than I do. I mean, we all use patterns,
Sure.
but I use a different set that I feel comfortable with. And I find that a confirmation from your solid tools is often helpful. So I've been looking at it, and it looks to me that it's really trying to form a bottom here. And I just wanted to get another opinion on that.
Yeah. So, look, on a 30-minute time frame chart, this showed back on March 25th or so, that gave you a nice Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal. If we take a look at when this formed a top, this is at April 6th. It was a Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal on a 30-minute time frame. Because of all these currency gaps and just gaps within inside this equity out here, it's really hard for me on a technical pattern basis to truly visually see what's going on here. I mean, I do see some of the signals coming in, but just really, really hard for me. Okay,
no, that's fine. I appreciate you taking the time to look at it, though.
Yeah, but now, for example, Alibaba is the number one weighted holding in this instrument. It's got about a 10% weighting. And I'm just simply throwing Alibaba up on our screen out here. BABA is a ticker symbol. Now, this is right now is going through and taking a look at its daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. So if we take a look at Alibaba and try to see if on a daily basis, does this generate any kind of a bottoming signal? The answer is it hasn't, not at least on its daily time frame. So the number one instrument, that'd be like if you're going to invest in the QQQs, you certainly want to see what's going on with Apple. I would think you would want to know what's going on with Apple. So we're really doing that same kind of thing here with regard to Alibaba. On a weekly time frame, as we take a look at this, do we have any kind of a bottoming signal? We don't. I would expect Alibaba, because it shows its oscillator and change line 3 weeks ago, changed from green to red. Eventually, we're going to see price catch up to the 243.30 level. You're 228. But this also suggests that price could move its way down to its breakout level of 196.70. So I'm just going to suggest that based upon what we're looking at in Alibaba, because of its weighting in there, that now is not the time to step into FXI. At least that's what I see when I take a look at the daily time frame chart for this. Okay?
All right. Well, thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
You bet. Always good to hear from you. That was Robert in Kansas. And, folks, I'd love to hear from you as well. Let's see if we've got any other requests that have come in here. We do. We've got a couple, so thanks for doing that. Alex writes in, and Alex wants to take a look at, hey, Steve, IBBI made a February 10th high. Is it near a price to buy? So let's go take a look at the IBB out here. It's trading right now at 149 even. Steven, this is going to be, it looks like day number 2 below the bottom of a profile. This has a buy the D point pattern. And that confirmed with this hammer candle right back here on March the 5th. And not until that hammer candle gets taken out. Now, what we've got is really kind of we don't have a consolidation just yet. I don't want to call it that. Is it a buy? Is it a buy? Would you step into this right this very second? Well, the way we'll answer that question is going back and take a look at the maybe the short-term time frame charts. I'm just trying to get my white background charts up and running. When we do this, you'll see, you've got the A to B equals CD pattern. So you can see that on the left-hand side. So you've got that for the IBB. If we take a look at what else is going on in IBB, you've got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal. No bullish reversal candle here just yet. So what I would suggest then, Alex, is that if you get a bullish reversal candle, then you go ahead and step in there. That would confirm the Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. You'd have 2 bottoming patterns out there. That's what I would be looking at. The weekly time frame chart for Alibaba, what does this show us? Sideways movement, but below the bottom of its profile. That says 136.02 is open. On a 30-minute, on a short-term time frame chart, see how Alibaba, very much like we took a look at FXI, yeah, I think so. 30-minute chart. We got a nice bottom back here on March the 30th, Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. We've got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top out here I don't see another bottoming pattern just yet. So on a 30-minute basis, says stay tight. Don't enter it. Price might pull back. Just you got a nice TD9 count on the 165-minute chart. So if you got a hankering for entering, you're at 148.96. You do it at about 148.77. 148.77 is the bottom of its profile there, so there's support. If that fails, what you should be looking for, Alex, is a move to 147.50. And that's ticker symbol IBE, the biotech sector inside the NASDAQ 100. Inside the NASDAQ. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Markets can rise and fall like the tides. Subscribe to Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, and you too can ride the wave. Basil Chapman is an authority in technical analysis. His Chapman Wave trading system has been helping traders identify trends and capitalize on momentum in the markets since 1984. TFNN invites you to test Basil's proprietary Chapman Wave trading methodology with a monthly subscription to the Opening Call newsletter for only $149. Your subscription to the Opening Call comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, as well as daily market updates on key indexes, stocks, and commodities. Ride the wave. Sign up for the Opening Call risk-free today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based, vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So we're going to take a look at ticker symbol OKTA, also known by its company name, OKTA Inc. Okta Inc. And so one of our listeners is in this holding. The question is, where do you get out? You know, in the case of Okta, this formed a nice Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. Let's pull that up on the screen out here for you. You can see prices moving lower, doing less relative energy, and you got the buy signal with that gap to the upside on March 31st. Now you've got price trading back to a recent high, a recent swing point, and it's doing it with similar volume, maybe even a bit more volume. And that suggests that at least that high, as long as price closes above 232.82. You're at 238 right now. Price should test 244.57. The question is 244.57 or thereabouts the top of the consolidation? That volume was 3.1 million shares on March the 11th, and today you're at already 2.8. So you should have the volume to suggest at least you get the test of that high. Now, if you get above that high, you've got resistance at 246, and if you can get above 246.54, boy, then you're off to the races. But you've got the nice bottoming pattern. The question is this more than a consolidation, which I've drawn in the yellow bracket? I don't know the answer to that, but you are pushing higher with volume into a prior swing point, and that bodes well for, if you're ever going to be able to bust through a consolidation, you certainly want to be able to see it done so with volume. And the mere fact that you now have that bottoming pattern out there, that Rhodes momentum indicator signal, that's another plus on your side. Now we just have to wait to see what kind of strength the buyers have out here. And you're probably going to find out in the next couple of days. So thanks so much for writing in. Hope that helps you out. Hey, folks, stay tuned for 2 more wonderful hours here at TFNN. Your favorite polar bear, David White, he's up next. Tom O'Brien, he's going to take us on home. And I'll be back with you on Fantastic Friday. You have a terrific and a thirsty Thursday. Be safe out there.